experienced, or do you think you've experienced with being engaged in literacy? You guys can like shout them out. We're gonna tag team the board.
Attention span.
That's a good one.
Interest.
Comprehension.
Boredom, it just doesn't feel fun.
Sorry guys, I have like the worst hair right now.
Critical thinking skills.
That's not awesome.
Teaching them how to handle books the correct way.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's yours. So the connection between school and home.
We got any more? So we have relatable books, attention span, comprehension, and the handling of books, pure boredom, connection between school and home, video games, interest, critical thinking, and again, comprehension. So
how about some of the other things? What do you? I'm gonna draw a line right here for a box around this one. So when you think about the storytelling process and how we traditionally experience books and stories, what do you think some of the issues are with how we tell those stories to children or how we read the books?
Being monotone, not making it exciting, not asking them questions.
Type of books you're choosing.
Props.
Using the explanation mark.
Okay, we're done. All right, types of books. I'll say seeing themselves in the book.
yeah, being able to relate to the book.
Relatability. That's what.
Okay.
That'll be our good word. I probably didn't spell it right.
Age appropriateness.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a really good one. Anybody else? This side of the room. You guys are kind of quiet. Anybody? No? All right. Anybody back on this side of the room? All right. Next question then. So I actually grew up with a grandmother who would read me stories, and I know you said like the monotone. My grandmother was great at changing her voice, inflections. Every character had their own voice. And my favorite story was the Billy Goat Grunt. Every time I see that over there, I went to bed early, right? Just to hear the Billy Goat Grunt. And it didn't matter how many times I heard it. That troll under the bridge, every time. It just didn't matter. So that's perfect. So what do you think that we can do to change those issues that our children are having?
You have to get excited about the book yourself.
Do you think a lot of us are excited about those stories? No.
I only choose books I know I'm gonna, that I enjoy. And I know the kids will, try to go through it. I read it, make sure, if I read a book, I'm like, yeah, I'm not into this. I won't read this.
Right. Right. How about anybody else?
I was taught to use, like we said, use the props. And one of the sessions that we had here previously, what the lady taught us was that you make it like a journey. So what I would do is I would have the kids close their eyes, and we would use like a whistle or some kind of noise maker, and we'd act like we were leaving to go on the journey to the story. And then we would read the story, and then we'd have to go on the journey back to school after we read the story.
That is awesome. You two are, like, you guys can come and do this workshop because that's essentially what I do. So me going to Trouble Bubble, I kind of like give you guys a teaser, probably give the story away, but it's all about a journey, right? So Nico has the bottle of bubbles, and he blows the bubbles, right? And it kind of teaches the little nuance of when things don't go your way or the way that they're supposed to, which I think is a good lesson for even those big kids, right? So he blows the bubble, but there's one bubble, just one bubble, the trouble bubble, and it doesn't burst. So Nico chases it because he wants to make it burst like the other ones did. And he becomes angry because he knocks over his bottle of bubbles chasing his bubble. And then he goes into a pile of blood chasing the bubble. And he's so angry with this bubble. Then last he runs to his friend's castle because he doesn't see them building because he's so focused on this bubble, right? And so it's interesting because children, when they start to hear the story, before I can even tell them what's going to happen or read the next page, the great thing about children and Head Start age 2 to 6 is they love the predictability factor. They love those little clues. And so Nico is definitely a journey, but it gives them a chance to guess what's going to happen next. Because one of the things with educating children of this age, the development at the infancy stage is so much faster. It happens so much faster than from 2 to 6. When they get to college, everything starts to slow down and develop much slower. Right? And so I think it's frustrating for them sometimes, and encouragement comes from them being able to relate to it. And we talked about relatability and being able to say, okay, I get it. Every child knows bubbles. I get it. I know what a bubble is. I know what it looks like. But how can we engage them in a journey with something familiar and then throw in little aspects that they don't know? Maybe it's the vocabulary or the language. Maybe it's a new rule that we're trying to adapt them to in school. And there's little techniques that we can do, but that is perfect. That is my favorite thing. If I could characterize anything about myself, it would probably be that I love journeys. And that's how a great story happens, and that's how it becomes engaging. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of workshops that I've done recently. And I like to do, it's just endless. I like to give teachers the opportunity to do a lesson plan for a week, and even 2 weeks, right? Because you don't have a lot of time anywhere. There's a lot more children in one room than there used to be. So it's how can I spend the time engaged with the children as opposed and be rested, because it's really hard to work with this age group and not be rested. So if you're up late at night making lesson plans, it makes it really hard. But with Nico the Trouble Bubble, we do an activity called Blowing Trouble Bubbles. And so we use Nico the Trouble Bubble, and so one day we'll read the book, right? And they'll get to even read it a second time with me. I'll point to different words, and they have to say the word. So they feel like they're participating in the storytelling process. It also helps their mind develop, their memory develop, and their attention span. Because they know, okay, I have to pay attention to what she's saying because I have to say the next word. It also is very good because at that age, you have the different personalities, of course. And, I give any teacher kudos because you have the different backgrounds. Some students are coming in and they've been in daycare pretty much since they were born. Nico, my godson, he was in daycare right away. So he's adjusted to the structure, to direction, discipline. But then some students come in and they go straight to kindergarten. And they don't understand things like, I just can't talk when I want to. Or I have to let my friend have a turn. Or I have to share. So it's a good thing to have them talk in groups. Okay, guys, we're going to read Nico and the Trouble. And they say bubble. And nobody, you'll notice that they stop. They don't yell. They start to hear themselves. But they still hear their own voice. But they get to hear it in the group. So we read it. We let them read it a second time. If you have time that same day or you want to do it the next day, we do blowing trouble bubbles. I love blowing bubbles. And so an interesting thing about blowing bubbles, I studied this a little bit, is how many developmental skills it encompasses. So everything from, with this activity, we actually use the straws to blow bubbles. Them holding that straw is something that's difficult for them when they're developing at that age between 3 to 6, those fine motor skills. And then the motions of dipping it into something, the hand-eye coordination of being able to dip the straw into the container and move it out, even visual tracking, where they're watching where the bubble goes. And it kind of takes them on a journey. Oh, you will see some children. Now my bubble was going to the tree. Now it's going up past the flowers. And it's really cool to even hear them start to talk. And that critical thinking, that's the element of critical thinking, observation. And then the oral motor skills, I didn't realize how difficult it is until I did the workshop, right? And having them control breath and give it to a targeted spot is very interesting. You think, we're accustomed to it, so we take it for granted. But blowing through a straw and blowing at just the right amount of breath for something as just sensitive as a bubble, something as light as a bubble, it helps them develop those oral motor skills. So I am going to show you